Hello there. How are you? My name is Amanda Waldhart. Let's see if I'm in the right place. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to do the Friendly Fins online class today. This is part of my monthly creating card class, so I'm super excited. I just don't want to get started just quite yet because I want to make sure that I am live in YouTube where I need to be. Super excited about this class because it is super cute. This is a class that I offer once a month. And I change the bundle every month, and I will get to telling you all the good details about it in just a minute. Let me just make sure I'm in the right spot. Let's see here. There we go. It looks like I am in the right spot. So we're going to go ahead. So welcome again, everyone. My name is Amanda Waldhart, and you're here with Amanda's Inspiration Station. And once a month, I have a creating card class, and this is my online creating card class. This is an online free creating card class. So how this works is that once a month, if you either subscribe to me or take it through subscription, you can cancel at any time. If you're local, you can message me and you can just sign up for the one class. Or if you are on my emailing list, I always send out emails where you can just add it to the card and pay for it, just the one class. Or if it's easier for you to subscribe monthly, you can totally do that too, cancel anytime. By the 10th of every month, I have the deadline for it, and I'm going to just bring you guys down just a moment. So today, these are the cards. We decided, I don't know why I'm saying we, I decided that for the month of August, I was going to do the Friendly Fins, probably because I was creating these in July, and in July I went on a cruise, so I was all about the Friendly Fins. We went to the Eastern Caribbean. Had a great time with family. So yes, so we are going to today be making cards from the Friendly Fins bundle. This is a stamp set and dies, and it is found on page, I marked it so I was prepared, 60 of your Stampin' Up! Annual Catalog. It is so cute. I just love this set. And I'm going to use it a lot, I think, in my scrapbook for my cruise. So I'm super excited about that. So we're using Friendly Fins. I also used the So Swirly embossing folder today. Now everything is already, I believe I've already gone through and embossed, so I won't be embossing, but I did use that. And then the other items that I used today, a lot of on almost on every card, was the Nested Essential dies. I love these dies, but I am a sucker for good shapes. I love shape dies, and especially if they're stitched, love them even more. So that is what we're going to, those are the three main things that I used. So we are going to make this adorable card here. We are going to make this adorable card today. We're going to make this one with the little lobsters. I love the little lobsters, so cute. And then we're going to make the one with the dolphins. Okay, so how this works again is if you go to amandasinspirationstation.com, you'll see at the top creating card class. You have until the 10th of every month to sign up for this class. And once you sign up for this class, then I always have it in person the last Tuesday of the month. And then on the last Thursday of the month, I always do the class online on YouTube. Now, the class is $35. You get all the stuff to make 4 cards, plus you get $20 worth of consumable product in your kit. Now, if you need this sent to you, it does ship priority mail, so then it is $45. I want to share with you next month's class because it is open now until September 10th. to sign up for this class, and this is from the new September to December mini, and this is called Reindeer Days. So we have this cute, adorable card, and one thing I want to point out that I love is I love this die because this die is a standalone die. You don't need to have a stamp set either. We're going to make this adorable card, and all my cards I do things on the inside. Either I add something or I add double layers. We're going to make this adorable card. And also, I don't know if you've noticed, but we got some of these little peppermint candies. So cute. And then we are going to make this card. And I love this card. This one's probably my favorite. It didn't start out that way, but it ended up being my favorite. So these are the 4 cards that are for next month's Creating Card class. So the instructions, you also get a PDF. I should say this. You will also get a full PDF download printable for yourself when you take this class. Okay? So I'm going to pass that aside, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with these. So let's start with this one first, the Make a Splash. So I'm using the basic white thick cardstock. So I am using that as my base. I always use the thick cardstock for my base. I like my cards to be thicker, so that's why I'll use the thick cardstock. But I also like to add extra layers on the inside sometimes. With this one I didn't, but a lot of times I'll do that just to make it thicker. So I'm just taking my card base, I'm folding it in half and using my bone folder to varnish in the crease. And with this one, this is the only one, but we are going to decorate the envelope just so that you can see how cute it is when you mail a card and the envelope is decorated as well. So we're going to set that aside there. All right, so let's get started here. I have my designer series paper. This is part of our 6x6 paper stacks, and the color is Blueberry Bushel, which is part of our Regal collection. So I'm just going to place that in the center of my card. And then we're going to go ahead and take this Blueberry Bushel piece, and I have these cute little fishies that we're going to stamp all around, and we're just going to stamp them all in Blueberry Bushel. And I'm just kind of going around the outer edges here, because I am going to put a banner over to the side here. All right, so I'm just going to go like that. And then I'm going to get out my stamp cleaner here so I can clean that off. Otherwise, I'm going to get ink all over my fingers, because I always do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to flip this over, and I'm also going to just place this flat, and I'm going to place this flat in the center of my card. Now, I have already cut out this piece. This is my embalming blue, and this is part of those dies, and this is the second to largest. Now, I'm going to place it like that, but I'm going to cover it so that it looks a little bit shorter. We're going to stamp here, Make a Splash. So I'm going to get, I guess I didn't really need to shut that just yet. We're going to do Make a Splash. All right. So I'm going to place that flat as well, and I'm going to give it a little, I want to make sure that I have some Blueberry Bushel still off to the side here. Like, I don't want to line it up to the edge here. I do want some of the Blueberry Bushel still showing. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this piece. We're going to overlap it right on the edge here. So we're going to line that right on up so that it's on top of my blue piece right here. All right, and then we're gonna set aside our little wavy dies. I'm gonna set that aside. We're gonna do some stamping. So we need to do some stamping. We're going to make our little stingrays. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use Memento ink, and I'm going to do 2 of them. And then I'm going to use the smoky slate for the inside. And I'm just going to, I'm sorry if my head is in the way here. I'm gonna line that up. That looks a little dark. I'm gonna, you know what, give me a second. Yep, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's too dark for me. It's not how I wanted it. So we're gonna do another one right over here. I'm gonna leave room to make sure I have room so that I can die cut it out. So we're gonna stamp it in the smoky slate, but we're gonna stamp off one. There, so that way it's a little bit, they're a little lighter. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut an emboss machine here. And I'm going to place that, and I have my dies right over here to the side. And I'm gonna have to run this through twice. I am gonna use some of my artisan tape so that I can place this right over so that when I run this through my cut and emboss machine, that if it slides, I'm not ruining my stamped piece. So I don't want it to slide. I feel like I'm having a hard time with words today, and I am very sorry. I feel like it's one of those days. All right. I was like that today at work too, and yeah, it's one of those days. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna run that through, and then I'm gonna place this back over here, which I'll bring back out again. All right. Let's take my artisan tape off, and I'm just gonna set that over there. I'm gonna set that aside. All right, so we have both of our little stingrays, and then I have 2 of these little waves. One of these waves I'm going to place flat, and I'm going to kind of place it flat like that. But then I'm going to use dimensionals for my stingrays and this other wave. And since the wave is kind of small, I'm actually going to use some of the mini dimensionals on that. And then on the stingrays, I will use the regular size. And I'll just put 2 of them. All right, so we're gonna peel those off. Peel that off. All right, so I'm gonna overlap this little wave here, kind of over there, so it's got like a 3D look. And then I'm going to place one of the stingrays right there, another one right there. Now I do want to make a bow with some linen thread, and I'm actually going to do a double bow. So I'm going to get out my very messy linen thread here. She's, there we go. Looks like I have, okay. Okay, we'll just move that along. All right, so I'm going to make a double bow. So I'm going to double it up like this. And I don't think I need it that big. And I'm going to use my bow maker. And how I use my bow maker is I wrap it around the back. And then I cross it. And whatever's on the top, I'm now going to tuck under and through the pegs so that it's in the back. And then I'm going to bring it forward. I feel like I'm frozen. I don't know if I feel like my face isn't frozen of me talking, but I feel like the screen is frozen. Is there anybody watching that can let me know if that is true? There we go. Okay, it looks like I'm unfrozen now. If I was frozen for a little bit, I'm very sorry. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my mini glue dots here, and I'm gonna place that bow right there. And I'm gonna do a little trimming with my ribbon scissors here. I'm not gonna throw away that piece because that's still a good piece. I'm gonna throw away that. All right, so now for this, we just have a couple things left to do. We are going to add, as I'm throwing them on the floor, hold please. We're gonna add some of these adhesive back flat pearls. I love these pearls. I think they are so cute. And honestly, I use them a lot. So I'm going to place one big one right there. And then I'm going to place a small one next to it. And then another small one. I think these are cute because A, they're pearls, and pearls come from the ocean. And obviously, I also think too that because they're flat, they kind of look like little stones. But I think they're so pretty. I just love them. They're very pretty. Let's see if I can get that. Let's see if I can, the lighting better. No. All right, so now I do want my envelope back because we are going to do one envelope today. So I am literally going to take some of my multi-adhesive glue, and I'm just going to glue the back of the envelope. And where the line is here for the envelope flap, I'm just going to line this up just like that. I'm going to give it a nice little rub. I'm going to get my paper snips here. I'm going to flip it over, and I am going to then cut around the edge of the envelope, just like that. And there is our envelope decorated. Very cute. Very cute. All right, so let's move along. Let's see here. So it looks like we have this one next. So let's go ahead and do this one. And I have this cute little bag with all my little pieces in there so that I don't lose them. Because I've gone ahead and already die cut all these little fishy little friends. So again, I'm using the basic white thick cardstock. Today I have a bonus thing too. So I always do 4 cards for this creating card class. But with this one, I found these adorable gummy sharks at our Farm and Fleet. And I was like, well, I have to do something with them. So I actually put a little bonus thing to make a present in everyone's kit this month. So here are the gummy sharks, and we're actually going to do this today. So it's just a cute little treat. All right, so our card is actually going to go this direction. So what I want to do is I'm going to place dimensionals on the back of this, because this actually, I am popping this up. So I'm going to place my dimensionals on the back. And then we are going to place the designer series paper. Now this color is our Summer Splash. This is part of our 2024 to 2026 in colors, which I absolutely love. Oh, this color is so gorgeous. Actually, all of them are. I love them all. Now I'm going to place this flat, and notice I didn't put glue on the edge here. I'm just going to place that kind of flat, just like that. I'm also going to place this piece flat. This is our largest of this shape, the largest one. And I'm going to center that because I'm kind of creating a little scene here. All right, so now that I have that, we're going to, let's do some stamping first, and then we'll put together our card. So now we need to do, we're going to do 2 of the dolphins. So I'm going to stamp 2 dolphins here. Now I am going to stamp off again with this smoky slate because I do not want the smoky slate to be super dark. However, I stamped off, and then we're gonna keep it where it's super light. So what do I mean by that? Here's it very dark. Now I'm stamping off. Here's my stamped off image. Okay. And now I'm going to stamp one more time. So it still gives a very, 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 very light image. And then since I have my stamping out, we're going to also stamp here the My Friend. And we're going to stamp right there. Okay, so now we're going to die cut these out, our little dolphins here, and get out my tape again. We're going to die cut our dolphins. I will say that when I was doing these, I found it was a lot easier to just start die cutting a bunch of the little pieces, like the different fish, the seaweed. I just grabbed a bunch of my scraps and I just started doing a bunch of die cutting. And then I just decided that from there I had all these little pieces, and then that's where I was going to do my adding them to my card, like designing my card and adding them to my card. All right, so now that we have our little dolphin, he's not very dark at all. She's kind of lighter, but that's okay. I'm gonna call her a she. All right, so we're gonna get some glue out here, and we're gonna do a whole dot, not a lot, because you don't want too much. And we're kind of just gonna build our little scene here. And I actually look like I have an extra piece here, so I'm just gonna I'm gonna save this just in case I need this for another piece. All right, so we got our little seaweed here. Dot, dot. And I'm gonna put one angling that way, one this way. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. That way. Then this way. This way and that way and that way and this way. All right. So I am going to place, I think, our dolphins next. And I want to get some dimensionals here because we're going to pop up our dolphins. All right, so I'm going to do the darker one first. I'm going to kind of bring that like that, and then I'm going to do the lighter one. And then I'm going to kind of tuck this in. I'm going to trim off some of the side here. And I'm going to place this flat. Because I don't, there we go. I want that to kind of be tucked in there between the top tail. So that way it says My Friend. And then we're going to add some of our little fish here. Our school of fish, as you would say. And I'm just going to randomly kind of place them. Like, I think for the little guys, these little orange ones, I think it might be easier for me. You know what I'm going to do? We're going to do something a little bit different than what I originally did. We're going to put these little guys right here on our mini glue dots because they fit perfect there. And then that way I can just take them off. Technically, I could do that with this guy too. And then let's do another one at near the back. All right, so we're gonna place him kind of underneath. And then let's place our lobster. I love this lobster. It is so cute. All right, so there we go. And then I have where I can put my little fish, and I'm going to pick them up with my little poker tool here. So we got that little guy there, this little guy there. And, you know, and I don't like it there, so I'm going to kind of move it a little bit, make it a little bit different. Actually, let's tuck him in the seaweed. There we go. All right. There we have it. There is the next card. Super cute. That was fun to put together, actually. All right. Moving along. So let's go ahead and do our little lobster, because I love this little lobster. I think it is so adorable. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to, again, with our card base, I'm going to just fold it in half, and then I'm going to use my bone folder to varnish the crease. Oh, and you know what? I did not do this, so there. I didn't do it because I was going to show you how to do it. So let's do this. I am going to bring back my cut and emboss machine here, and actually, you know what? Or since I will have it, oh no, I do have that one done. All right, so I'm going to need a different plate here for this. Now this one is a thinner one. This one is not one of our 3Ds. So the plate's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to place my red piece of cardstock in there, and I'm just going to do it in the center. What I love about these big embossing folders that we recently got is that technically, I mean, you have enough room to do 2 of them, which I absolutely love. But I only have to do 1, so I'm going to do 1. And I have our first plate, so it's our first plate, but I need to have 2 of our clear plates because this is thinner and it's not part of our 3D embossing folders. So I'm going to grab another clear plate. So I have, and this explains it all on here, which I love. So I'm using for a thin embossing folder right here, just a standard embossing folder. So you need plate 1, and then it shows you 3, which are the clear plates. So number 3, let me say that, not 3 clear plates. So it's number 3. Each plate is numbered. So we have number 3 here. This says number 1. Let's see here. This one says number 4. So each plate is labeled. So you need plate 1, and then you need the 2 plate 3s, because there's 2 of them. You're going to make a cookie. You're going to sandwich your embossing folder between these 2 clear plates, okay? Then you're going to pop it on your plate 1, and you're literally then just going to run this through your cut emboss machine, just like this. And then, oops, I'm losing some of my pieces and I don't want to do that. There is your embossed piece, okay? So let's, I don't need this piece anymore. All right, I'm gonna need that. All right, so I'm gonna place this flat. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get my adhesive down. Kind of going to move that over a little bit. And I'm going to center this. Now, I'm using Real Red, and I went ahead and I also die cut this piece right here is actually from the Regals, as well as the first one when we used the blueberry bushel. So that's part of the 6x6. And then this is the largest die of the nested dies, and now I'm going to do the second largest, which is, I'm making that white. There we go. And then we're literally going to start adding our little green seaweed here. And I'm just kind of, and then we're going to add our little lobsters. Remember, dot, dot, not a lot. All right. they're kind of going all over. They're batty. All right. So I'm kind of, zigzagging them everywhere. That one kind of stuck to my finger. All right. And I've got some more greenery. And then we're going to stamp our saying. We still need to add, you know what, that just reminds me. Did I add? I didn't add my pearls to this card. Well, we can't have that, can we? All right, so let's go back. Let's take a little time out for a second. We got to add our pearls. And I have lots of pearls on this one because I wanted to make them look like they're stones. So we're going to go ahead. Stones in the bottom of the ocean. All right, so we're going to place that. I'm doing a big one, and then I'm doing 2 little ones, which I have this little strip here. So then we're going to do a big one over here, and then we're going to do 2 little ones. I can't forget that. They kind of remind me, my dad used to have, and still does, fish tanks. And we have fish tanks in the basement. It always reminds me of some of the little rocks and stuff that he buys to put in his little fish tanks. All right, so now we need thanks for everything. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp that. Sorry if my head's in the way. I have a lot of hair, so sorry if that's in the way. All right. I have very thick hair. And I like having long hair, but I hate the heat. And the last couple of days in Janesville, it has been seriously like 97 degrees, just hot. And then I have all this hair and I'm like, ugh. All right. Some people like the heat. I am not one of them. All right, so now we're going to place this. We're going to overlap it like that. And then we need another ribbon. Well, bow. So we're going to... whenever I'm using... well, I shouldn't say whenever. 9 times out of 10 when I am using linen thread or baker's twine, I do like to double bow it. I do. Yeah, I use that. I must have a little glue on my finger because I keep getting that stuck. I don't know what it is. I like the double loops and I like to kind of move them. And I'm going to use a mini glue dot and I'm going to adhere that right there. Now, so that I don't forget, we are going to put our flat pearls on. So let's put some pearls over there and do a pearl here and do a pearl there. I think this one's my favorite. I love this one. I just think it's super cute. All right, last card. We're on our very last card. We have the hammerhead shark. So we need to make him here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fold my card base again. So cute. All right. Now I have Summer Splash cardstock. That's our first layer. We're going to go ahead and lay that flat. And I'm going to center that. And then I already ran this one through the Sew Softly embossing folder, but we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna center that. All right, now I have this, which we're gonna do some stamping. So we need to do quite a few pieces. So we're gonna set this aside for a moment. So we're going to stamp in Summer Splash. There is like this little stamp. Let me see if it's easier to show. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's like the seaweed or whatever, also from the ocean. But I'm going to do it in Summer Splash, and I'm going to do it at the bottom of this dyed piece. And I'm just kind of I'm going to do one higher, one lower, and I'm just kind of going to go along the bottom there. Kind of gives it a little different texture, and I like that. So we're going to have to do that. All right, and I'm going to bring back out my blueberry bushel because we're going to, there's a little school of 3 fish here. I don't know if it's really a school. There's only 3, but yep, I just got ink on my finger. That's why I'm prepared today. I'm prepared with a wet wipe. All right, so we're going to do that. We do need to die cut that out. But before we die cut that out, because we're going to do it all together, we're going to get our hammerhead here. And we're going to stamp him. And I'm just going to stamp him like that. And we're also going to stamp happy birthday. And it doesn't matter where because we're going to cut that apart with our paper snips. So we're going to stamp that just somewhere off to the side. And then we need our hammerhead inside. And we're going to do basic gray here. And let me see, I do want this to be dark, but I don't want to be too dark. So let's line them up. Yeah, he looks good. I like him like that. We'll leave him like that. All right, so we're going to bring back our cut and emboss machine one last time. And we are going to use this for cutting out the hammerhead. And let's see here, I have the little fishies. Oops. All right, let's move this up here. So I have the little set of 3 fishes. And then I'm also going to grab another piece of tape because I don't want this one to move for the hammerhead. So cute. All right, now I'm going to bring back my clear plates and we're going to run this through the machine. All right. And let's get him off there. There we go. And we got our little school of fish. There we go. I'm going to set these aside over here because I don't want to lose my dies. And then we're gonna, okay. Now for this guy, I'm going to get my paper snips here and I'm going to cut these apart. And I'm going to get as close as I possibly can without cutting into the words. So there's my birthday, and then here's my happy, but I'm actually going to cut off some of this extra white on the side. All right, so this is still a good piece of scrap, so I'm keeping that. All right. You're welcome, Lori. All right, so now let's put our card together. So this piece, as you can see, this die, this is what this die looks like, okay? But that's not what it looks like here. So we're going to cut it. We're going to cut it right about there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use dimensionals to pop this up. I feel like I'm having a hard time with not only words today, but like even with my hands today. It's like, I'm just having a hard time. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to place this kind of in the center. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to put a little glue. And I'm going to tuck this under. Actually, I am going to lift this up just a little bit. I'm going to tuck that under. Okay, there we go. And I'm probably going to have to lift this one up a little bit to tuck that a little bit under too. I don't know how much room or space I left myself. All right. Oh, I did good there. All right, so there. We're just kind of, that's what we're kind of doing right there. All right, now the hammerhead and the school of fish are going to get popped up. So put some dimensionals on there. Flip our little fish over. And I want these guys to kind of swim. And I'm kind of actually putting it over the edge of where I cut that off. So it doesn't look like I cut it off. All right, and then I'm going to put my hammerhead here. And then for the happy and the birthday, we are going to pop those up too. But I'm going to use mini dimensionals here, since I cut them super like right up to the edge of the words. All right, so we'll peel those. All right, so now I have happy. I'm gonna place that right there. And then we're gonna do birthday. And then I'm going to do another, want to do another linen thread bow. So we're going to do that. Let's see here. Do I have another piece of that one? No, I do not. So let's get out my ribbon scissors. All right. So again, I'm going to double it up. I'm going to wrap it around and I'm going to cross it. The piece that's on the top, I am now going to tuck under and through the pegs so that it's now in the back. Now I'm going to bring it through the pegs again. And now I'm literally just going to tie this in a knot. I'm going to pull very tight. All right, so loosen up my little loops here. I'm going to get a mini glue dot and I'm going to adhere it right there. And then I am going to add, again, some of these flat pearls because I love them and they make the card, I think, but we're going to add some pearls. There we go. All right, so there we have it. So let's go over our fun cards today. So we have the hammerhead, we have the lobster, we had the dolphins, and then we had the stingrays. Super cute. I hope you guys enjoyed this class. For those of you who got the kit sent to you, inside your kit, you all got a package of these, the flat adhesive dots. You all got a package of these, or a package, not of these, only one comes in it, of linen thread. But before we're done, because we're not quite done yet, we have this special bonus treat. So then you all got to make this as well. So I had already put 4 gummy in a cello bag for you, 4 little gummy sharks in a cello bag for you. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna decorate this real quick. And I have these pieces all ready. So this is what the cello bag looks like. Now I purchased these cello bags on clearbags.com and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to place the little shark in there. This would be super cute if you had a little boy or a little girl's birthday party that loved ocean. This would be a great little gift to get, like a little party gift to put on the table or whatever, or for them, a little giving away. If you're a teacher, I mean, kids love this stuff. Super cute. All right, so this little guy doesn't want to get tucked in, so we're going to get in there, little guy. All right, let's see if I can get him. All right, well, he's sort of in there. There we go. All right, the nice thing about these two that I wanted to share is that it peels off their adhesive back. So I literally peel it off and then I pull it back and then it's sealed. So super cute. All right, so I took, and this is 3x3, and I'm literally just folding this in half using my bone folder. And I'm going to place this over the top here like this. Now, for me, I did tuck this in. I did cut this a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my, I'm going to use my tear and tape for this one. And you know what, I feel like I should try one of these, see if they're any good. It'd be a shame not to try your candy, right? Let's see. Yep. They're a little tough, but all right. Tear and tape, here we go. I'm going to do it on both sides here so that I have the front and the back. Well, geez. Sometimes I have a hard time peeling that. All right. I'm going to put it at the top there, and then I'm just going to press down. And then I'm going to do the same thing up here. I'm actually going to put a piece of tear and tape right on the top of the actual designer series paper. And then I'm just going to lay this. And you can, I mean, if you want yours to go all the way down, you can. I thought it kind of covered up the fish a little bit. So I'm going to bring it up just a little bit. And honestly, I'm just going to trim the back, trim it. Because I still liked the stitch and I wanted to keep that. Okay, so there's that. All right, so we have Here's to You and Blueberry Bushel. And I don't have a little fish here. Well, I will die cut one. Here's to You. Because we're going to have to do our little, we're going to have to get out our memento. We're going to have to do our little stingray here. There's our stingray. And I'm going to get back out the smoked slate. And I'm going to remember this time to stamp off with our stingray. There we go. And then I need a little piece of orange because oh, look at that. I don't need to die cut a little fish. I have some extras in here. I love it when I do that. All right, whenever I die cut, I put extras. I always throw them in the back of here. Sometimes I'll put them in an envelope and put them inside the case. And then sometimes I'm just lazy and I just throw them in the back of there. All right. So we're going to place our little fish up at the top here. And I'm going to glue that on right away. And I'm not going to forget, we need to put a little pearl here because the pearls have to go on all of it. It's super cute. All right, so let's bring this back one more time. And we will Get our little hammer, or our little stingray, not our hammerhead. We already did that one. All right. There's our stingray. Put my dies over there, or I'm going to lose them. And I love 3D treats. They are truly one of my favorite things to make. Love them. Especially when they're easy like this. But I honestly, like when I go shopping, like grocery shopping, I am always looking in the candy aisle for ideas for different things that I can do with different stamps. All right, there was the bonus gift. How cute was that? Such a cute, easy little gift. All right, so next month, you have until September 10th to sign up with this. Join my email. If you join my email listing, then it's at Amanda's Inspiration Station. It'll pop up for you to join my email. You will get an email, not right away, but like simultaneously, but you will get one, and it will be where you can add this to your cart. Otherwise, you can go right to Amanda's Inspiration Station, and you can also sign up that way. But these are the 4, and this is part of the Reindeer Days. These are new products. I just love this suite. It is my favorite suite. It is so adorable. I had so much fun designing and playing with this. And I'm not done, because in September, I will have my my scrapbook class is also online, and that class, which is also using this. So it's 2 12 by 12 layouts using this, and I just love this suite. It is gorgeous, and there's nothing more I can say about it besides that. It's just wonderful. All right, I hope you guys had a great time with this class. I hope you can implicate it. Go, if you have this stamp set, go make some cards. If you want the PDF tutorial on that, you can purchase it in my PDF store. That has all the measurements on there for you. And then you have this class as your guide to help you through. All right, I hope you guys have a great